this.
Hmm?
Alright. We'll kick this thing off. Welcome everyone. It's the Music is Life live web stream series. I'm your host, your boy B, aka Chaos Mr. Ian. Y'all know how we do. Oak Cliff representative. Along with me here tonight, my boy Metro Slim, aka Mr. Tennessee Tight, Mr. Baltimore Self representative. You know what I'm saying? SC's finest.
Yeah, Carolina.
Carolina finest.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's it. So, before we get this thing rolling, I'm give you a couple fun facts of, as I say, the year is 1993 and we're here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can hear our backdrop is Hip Hop Array, you know what I'm saying? Which was a big smash that year. It actually dropped in 92, but the album didn't drop in 93. It was a smash. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple fun facts. Sports-wise, Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl that year against the Buffalo Bills 52-17. Columbia Special Forces killed Mr. Pablo Escobar that year. The first attack on the World Trade Center in New York from the Van Born. The very first Elvis Presley stamp went on sale. The most popular film that year was Jurassic Park. The Bridges of Madison County was the best-selling fiction book. And last but not least, we had the Waco siege, which happened between, you know what I'm saying, local law enforcement and the state with David Koresh and the Branch Davidian. That's between February 28th and April 19th. And that's where we at. Music is Life, 1993, and let's get into this, my brother.
Yeah.
So, what did you think about all the albums that dropped that year as you saw them?
Man, it was
pick yours out.
when I went through it, I was like, yeah, 93 was
Big year.
It was big. It was kind of game changing too. To in my opinion, it was kind of game changing. You know what I'm saying? 93. You know, we did the 92 and 92 was alright, but
93,
I looked at 93, I was like,
93 is where it was at. It changed everything. The whole landscape of music started to change in 93.
Yeah, definitely did.
Okay.
Definitely did.
So
R&B was really what we'll get into all that.
Yeah, R&B saw probably they probably saw the biggest change. Hip hop change didn't come to huge change didn't come to a couple years later.
Mm-hmm.
But R&B, that was the flip right there. So you want to start with hip hop or you want to start with R&B?
It don't matter, man. It's up to you. It don't matter. It's all on you.
But since R&B was what really changed, we can take R&B first. You know what I'm saying? We go R&B. Let's go ahead and hit R&B first. I'm saying I give you the floor first, sir. Well, what albums did you come across that you picked as your top? Ain't got to be in no order if you don't want to.
I'm finna say, I don't think it's no really no order. And outside of,
pretty sure we don't have some of the same albums.
I'ma just say I know for a fact. I got, well, I'm sure you probably know. I got Jodeci, the Diary of a Mad Band. I got R. Kelly, of course.
Okay.
And this ain't no order, 12 play. I got Escape, the humming coming at you.
Okay.
Then it started getting a little tricky. I got Janet.
Solid choices.
Now, then it got a little tricky. I had Babyface. Then I'm like, Then I seen, now I'm like Tevin Campbell. And then I was like, And then I was like, oh, Tony Braxton. So then it kind of got a little cloudy for me for that fifth one. It kind of got a little cloudy. I'm still I'm leaning Tony Braxton, but I kind of like Janet.
So
and
then
I'm like,
top four again? So you got R. Kelly.
I got Jodeci, R. Kelly, Escape, and see, that's what I'm saying. I got three.
Oh, okay.
I got Janet. So that's my four: Jodeci, R. Kelly, Escape, and Janet. And now for the fifth is where I'm stuck at between Babyface, Tevin Campbell, or Tony Braxton.
Oh, let me ask you this real quick. So you made Janet number 4.
I'm leaning Tony Braxton.
R. Kelly's pretty much unexplainable. Same thing with Jodeci.
Yeah.
Janet, what made you add Janet to one of your top 5 lists for the album? That album, and that was the Janet album, correct?
That was the Janet album.
What about that
Janet
album was big to you? That stuck to you like that year?
I don't know, man. It was just something. I always kind of felt Janet, man. I always thought she was outside of, as far as performance-wise, icon-wise. I thought Janet, some ways, people kind of underrated her. I don't think she was talked about enough for her performance. her consistency.
Mhm.
She was able to she could switch it up, different styles, give you this, give you that. I don't know, man. It was just something about Janet. It
Okay.
was just something about Janet. But that anytime in the place was my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a classic. Real classic.
So you know that kind of pulled me over. And then that If, I like the If, you know what I'm saying? And plus it did good. It did well. What it so with a 6-time platinum at that time. I don't know where it could be more now. Something like that. But I don't know, man. Had to get Janet on there. I couldn't leave Janet off.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a solid pick.
But like I said, the fifth one, if I had to lean, I'd probably lean Tony Braxton. Even though I like Tevin Campbell as well. And Babyface joint wasn't bad either. So, you know.
I got it. I ain't mad at those picks. You know what I'm saying? Very solid and quality picks. So, my picks, like I said, we're going to have some of the same picks, of course. Like I said, you definitely can't leave off 12 play. So, I have that as the number one, honestly, right now. Mine ain't going to be no real order. Well, I'll give an order for them.
That's 12 play number one?
12 play is number one
for you?
That was number one that to me.
Okay.
Now, I wasn't a huge fan of my number two, but it was a dope album. And it was huge. It was career defining for her. And number two, I put Toni Braxton, right?
Okay.
It was very defining.
Mad at
that. 3, Jodeci. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory for people of our age range. What that album did. What that album did for music, R&B in general. Everything after that was the same. All the boy band groups, everything was after that. 4, I went with, you know what I'm saying, Hometown. Tevin Campbell, Hometown. Classic. And I read the album was serious, tough. And 5, you know what I'm saying, I went Babyface at 5. But Cool in You was number 5 for me. You know what I'm saying? It was just something about those albums. And then at the time, I mean, everybody know Babyface Pen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was killing at that time. So he had a strong hand in Tevin Campbell's whole album and career. So really can't do one without the other. Escape was an interesting pick. I meant to ask you what made you pick that one, because I had them as an honorable mention. I had them actually at 7.
You ain't like that album?
No, the album was dope. That's why I said I had it at 7.
Yeah,
dope
they had
album.
some. I finna say they had some. They had some shit on them. And then I think it was kind of, you know what I'm saying, when they got together, I think it brought something different for an all-female group at the time.
Right. See, most people slept on that album, I think, as a whole.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people really paid attention to the album. Like, they had some nice tracks on that album. Some real nice stuff on that album. So I had that at 7. As number 6, I stayed with the state. One more time went H-Town, Fever for the Flavor. When they had the knocking boots and all that stuff, that was a dope album. That was a little cool album too.
So you went past 5.
Well, I had 5, but originally I had a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I just narrowed it down and I just kept those 2 honorable mentions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause I like I said, I seen the H-Town, Mint Condition. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Tony. Right. See, that Tony album has some joints on it, but it wasn't enough for me. Let me see. Boy, Real Mac, School Murder say, what about SWV? I'm trying to think. SWV album that year? No. That was 90. SWV album, they dropped 90, the year before. Later. Yeah, 92. They had an album year before, and then I think they had a year, album next year. We're only doing 1993 right now, School. We're talking about the albums that dropped in 93. But fun fact. 7 out of the 10 tracks in the country were R&B. Top 10. That was on, that was up there. For the most part. For the most part. So even though we're gonna do hip hop too, that's why I said R&B kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Because you had Janet up there, The Way Love Goes. You had Silk, Freak Me. You had H-Town, Knocking the Boots, and like Buddy said, you had SWV Week was on the charts. SWV So Into You. Robin S., The Show Me Love, and Vanessa Williams, she had to collab with somebody. But see, they were still holding on from the year prior, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were still holding on from the year prior. They didn't necessarily drop that. That SWV album was just so huge. Yeah. I meant to say that last time. I think they ended up having like 6 or 7 singles off that one album, bro. Off that one album, that SWV album. So that was a huge album. see. Let me see how many singles they had on that album. Hold on, go back to it. Yeah, because it actually came out in 92. Scooter. You say Tracy Spencer. Tracy Spencer was dope, but we talking about who had the better albums that released that year, not just you know what I'm saying, singles and stuff like that.
The albums,
the whole album, right? So because I went past what other I would say albums would you think R&B wise that was left out?
Who, me?
Yeah. That was real pivotal that neither one of us put in our top 5 or whatever. That should have been mentioned.
It was another one aside from my list.
We said Escape Demetri. Slim had escaped his top 5.
I had Jodeci.
I had him at 7.
Yeah, I had Janet. I mean, we spoke on Tevin Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you had Tony. You had Tevin Campbell on your list, dude, too.
Definitely.
But I think the other ones that I just wrote, I seen other names on there, but I ain't take them down. Only ones I know that really stood out was Tony, and H-Town, Mint Condition.
Yeah, Mint.
Mint Condition, they stood out.
Bell Biv DeVoe dropped their second album that year.
Yeah, Bell Biv DeVoe. It was some other names out there.
Mint at Large. I don't know if Mint at Large dropped the album that year, Scooter. Let me go. I'm going back through the list right now trying to see. I don't recall seeing a Mint at Large, but some of the stuff was let's see. Who am I missing?
I think R. Kelly though was I think he dominated. I don't know. Tevin Campbell probably did all right too.
No, Tevin was all over the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he. But Jodeci not. But we can't. But Jodeci not.
That's what I'm saying. Like they all had their own runs. You know what I'm saying? Like Tevin had his run. You know what I'm saying? Jodeci came in and just switched the game. R. Kelly too. Both of them came in and switched. So you know what I'm saying? The top 3 really was R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Jodeci.
Yeah.
And Toni Braxton. Those three albums that year changed the whole landscape of music. What's it? What year Troop came out?
Troop.
I don't know what year they came out.
You say they changed it, huh?
Yeah,
Toni
because
Braxton.
like we know what
Babyface was pretty much already, and Babyface was pretty much already.
The Babyface was Babyface before the year.
Yeah.
So he just really introduced Tevin Campbell that year, right? And Ellie came in and switched the game. Like, so the year before, he came out with Public Announcement. And that's when everybody put him on the map. And he stepped out on his own in 93, right? R. Kelly caught flack at first because a lot of people like to say he stole your boy Aaron Hall's style.
Aaron Hall. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He stole his style. So he catch a flack.
You really think that though?
Honestly, yes. Honestly, yes. I think
style meaning what? Like
he took
the boots, the leather, or singing wise.
He took his look. Because you gotta remember the year before when he came out, he had the high top, you know what I'm saying, with the parts and all that shit, wearing suits. You know what I'm saying? The very next year, when he dropped his solo, he come back bald head. He got the cane like Aaron Hall used to wear. He got the vest with no shirt on like Aaron Hall was wearing. He took his whole style. Now, he just ain't had a voice. He was better at it, but he did it. That's just all. I mean, it is what it is. He took it and improved on it and made it his. But yeah, he came out and did his thing, man. So he changed the game. Like I say, and then as far as Jodeci, what they did, like I said, they changed the whole landscape of R&B male groups at the time, because after that, everybody wanted to start wearing the boots and the leather and being like, you know what I'm saying, like more street oriented. Before then, they was more so, still kind of pop. So you had, who was that? Jagged Edge came behind them. 112 came behind them. Who else came behind them? That pretty much copied that formula. I'm trying to think.
Shit,
them the main two right there.
The main two, but it was a few others. I can't think off the top of my head.
H-Town kind of took it, but H-Town being from the South was going to have that anyway, and they was hanging out with Luke. You know what I'm saying? For that album dropped when they were dealing with Luke. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then Toni Braxton, when she came in, we hadn't seen nothing like that. And when was the last time we saw some of a female singer of that magnitude hit the game? It had been a while.
Definitely, yeah, it was a while.
It had been a while.
Babyface and what's the name was all over that.
So many classics, bro.
So many classics.
So many classics. She's still living off of it to this day.
So you got your pick for R&B.
Mm-hmm.
So what songs? What songs from those, like your favorite or a couple of songs from those albums? I got a couple of them. I throw out mine. What shit? Like I said, I don't think I had like one. I had a couple of them from each joint.
So,
I maybe had like one, but it was kind of hard.
so for me off that 12 play, I want to say probably was probably one real big.
I was finna say that's why I got It Seems Like You Ready. I think that's the only one I really got off of that. That's the one I really kept it at one at.
That was the
I think.
main one.
It was other ones on there though.
Oh, yeah,
But that was mine. That was
like, okay, so you got Bump and Grind, you got Homie Little Friend.
Bump and Grind. Yeah.
It Seems Like You Ready. You had Slept On Song. I wasn't the biggest thing for Back to the Hood album. That was real big too. Part 2 on that album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Jodeci. I'm gonna pair it next go around. Thought I had already.
You know who I had, but see, I had two for the album. I had Fiendin'. I had Fiendin', and then I had Cry For You. Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, baby. That Cry For You. I had that jump. Them the two I have that, but they had and of course, like R. Kelly, they had some moments on there too.
Okay, so let me think. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I didn't go back. Because it was a song that I used to like a lot back then. That people would it was just it wasn't one of the singles. It was just one of the songs that So
what about us? Was it that? What about? Yeah, you know you can't play a lot if you're gonna post. If I ain't gonna play.
Check this out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was. Yeah. I forgot about. I actually forgot about that one. Yeah. But I take Fiendin' over that, and I take Cry For You over that.
And I used to like Let's Do It All too. That's another too. Let's Do It All.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already know you. I think I know what you. I think I know which one.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
One of them.
And the other big one. Can We Talk?
Can We Talk?
Yeah.
What's this?
I left it at them two. I know you say just, you know what I'm saying, just go with like, come out with one, maybe a couple. But I had to get a couple. You know, you know, because you know, you can't leave out with Tevin Campbell. You can't leave out them two. Can We Talk and I'm Ready?
Right.
But he had some sleepers on that album too.
So
he had some sleepers on that album too.
After Can We Talk and I'm Ready, the other two and Always In My Heart.
Yeah.
Them two right there was huge. He did his thing on that. Let's see.
Okay. You say you had yeah. I had them down as a group that dropped, but I ain't put them in my
top. They couldn't make
They couldn't make the cut.
It was too much. I get it.
Yeah.
So Dimitri, what else you got? You said Escape on Tony. Let me see what else you got.
She probably about to pull up.
Oh, okay. I was saying before we
she probably about to pull up. She might put it in the comment though.
But
I know she gonna say she did say Escape, right?
Yeah, she said Escape.
I'm surprised she didn't say Janet. I don't know if she was big on it, but I know she liked Janet.
Okay. Freaking You, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. So we both agree.
Yeah.
That's what I'm probably looking at. Because you also had, you said R. Kelly,
yep.
Jodeci,
yep.
Janet. You gave some for the album.
Escape. I had Tonight. That's one of my favorite slept on joints. That Tonight joint.
Okay.
And then Understanding. That's what I had for Escape. Yeah. But of course with them too, they had other joints on there too. But them was a couple of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? From Janet, I had Anytime, Any Place,
favorite Janet song.
and If.
Let's see, where's the
Tony Braxton? Because
that's what I'm looking up now. I'm putting up the track listing.
I put it down anyway. So for Tony Braxton, I had Breathe Again and Love Should Have Brought You Home and You Mean the World to Me. Now she had some joints on there.
I would go with Another Sad Love Song.
7 Old Days. Yeah. So what about that Love Should Have Brought You Home?
Yeah, just name another songs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that album.
That whole album was fire, bro.
Yeah, like crazy. And then Usher came and he, them boys started working with him on shit.
Do nothing but write and record that year. All over at least 3 of the top 5. Strong year for him.
She said the whole Tony album.
Boy. But
they had some joints.
But the whole album.
She said the whole album.
The track list real quick.
That what I'm doing too. That was that Sons of Soul, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
If I Had No Loot, yeah. I like that Slow Wine joint.
Nah, that wasn't their debut. That was their third album.
That third album, yeah. Anniversary. Oh yeah, shit. Oh yeah, I'm looking through too. I had them down, but I ain't had them in my 5.
Okay. Oh yeah, I mean, it's still probably I still would have picked the other ones over it, but yeah, Hoop was on there.
Yeah, Anniversary.
On there.
Anniversary. We already said Toni Braxton. I had her on mine. I think both of us had.
Yeah, we did. Both of us had it. She go with Demetria said Tony. She got Tony. Well, Tony.
Escape. She ain't say nothing about. She ain't say nothing.
She
you got
about Janet.
And shit, you got R. Kelly. You got Jodeci. You got Tevin Campbell.
Okay. Good year.
Yeah, it was a good year for music.
Yeah.
Hip hop was good too, but I think R&B kind of.
So let's go make this, which is another for rap, and it wasn't a pivotal year as the next couple years that's coming along, but
yeah,
had a lot of things that hit that year that shook up the world a little bit. You know, so I'm interested to see which ones you pick because we were debating on it a little bit. I think I told you what I went with, but I'm interested to hear what you got. Well, and while we debating, discussing now was put it in your hip hop albums for 1993.
Yeah, 1993.
I already know. I know for 2 for sure that you're going with.
You say 2 that I got. Well, I know. Yeah, one of them I gotta have some further discussion with you on.
Okay.
What you talking about? You don't think it? I don't know. I probably heard you wrong. I don't know if you said you don't think it did nothing culturally or shifted.
No, I know.
Okay. Yeah. So I got Snoop, Doggy Style. I got Wu-Tang, Into the Wu, 36 Chambers. I got Pop.
Okay.
Strictly for my, I got 8 Ball MJG, and I got I got that, and I got Onyx. Lords of the Underground came. I had them too. I was trying to choose between them two.
Okay.
But I went with Onyx. Slam.
So for one song, that one song?
Now the album was straight too.
Okay.
Slam was.
I never really listened to the whole album.
Slam was crazy, and then what it did as far as that rugged image they had, the raspy voice, the untied boots, Timbs, the camo, it was just it was rugged, man. I like that. It was rugged. I think it was different too at the time.
Like Onyx definitely was. Where is it? Where is it? What is it?
I think I shocked you with that one.
Well, Onyx, you shocked me with a couple of them. Well, I didn't say a couple.
I mean, you had the other one,
and I knew you'd have Wu-Tang.
But see, and that's the thing.
8 Ball.
I kind of felt bad doing the because you had Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper, and MC Lyte. So I was like, I ain't gonna even put them on the list with the fellas. You know what I'm saying?
They could have. If they
I could have. Yeah, I could have. But since there was only 3 of them that dropped, so I just got them right there. You know what I'm saying? Them 3 on that list.
Okay. That's interesting. So what was the song?
The song, yeah. So of course, I may have a couple for most of them. For Snoop, for Doggy Style, I got Gin and Juice and the Shiznit. Okay. But of course, we all know he had. We all know he had. You know what I'm saying? Now for the Woo, I got the Method Man joint. Method Man and Cream, I know. Can it be all so simple?
That's mine.
And shame on the who tried that one. So
Yeah.
I kind of had like, I went over the little jump with them. Then I got Pop, Keep Your Head Up, of course. That was my joint on there. Then I got 8 Ball and MJG. Armed Robbery. That was my shit on there. And then Onyx, I already said what it was. Onyx Slam. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, Lords of the Underground, I didn't put them up there. You know what I'm saying? But everybody know Chief Rocker. I don't know, well, many probably don't remember Chief Rocker. But Lords of the Underground, that was my Chief, yeah. And that was my joint for them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm surprised. Now, I'm going to let you go before because, it was a lot of other ones, too. It was a lot of other ones.
So,
but I'm going to see what you say.
We had the same 5.
Okay.
That's how I was shocked. Like 2. I didn't think the other ones. But I coming at 1, Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Doggy Style. That was a whole for itself. I said Jet and Juice.
Yeah.
They introduced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It put a whole West Coast movement together with that one.
Yes, sir.
Number 2. This is not real orders, but number 2, which is the different one for us, went Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was, to me, well, I can say it was just a dope album to me. Putting up the track.
You know, Fat Joe had one too.
Yeah, that was his album. It was Tribe Called Quest.
Run DMC.
Yeah, that Run DMC album. Oh, give me the track listing.
Down with the Kings was on that. Wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was taking back.
It wasn't with what. It wasn't with what was going on then.
Right.
Woo, the sound of Woo, the sound of Onyx, the sound of I get what you're saying.
So for me, Midnight Marauders, that's when I was really just starting to so I was still real close at the time.
Yeah.
So that was one of the albums that kind of made it towards the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? A little bit. Songs on that album, of course, was a War Tour, Taxation. To this day, I still listen to both of them songs. To this day. You know what I'm saying? Them classics. The joint Oh My God with Boner. They had and Lyrics to Go was dope too. So that was a very good album to me. So I had that. 3. I'm move 3 to 5, and we want to have a conversation about number 3. At 4, Pop, strictly for my ink.
Yeah.
Saying like I say, Keep Your Head Up, give me all.
Yeah.
Classic, classic Pop. Actually, debut Pac at that coming out hard.
I ain't gonna lie, they barely made my list, but they made it.
It wasn't even
I know it won't.
He wasn't even question Ball and G on that list. 8 Ball will come out hard. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Armed Robbery, Mr. Big.
Yeah.
No Justice, because I'm trying to freestyle on top of my head. The song, track listing. So,
they dropped the Chop and Screw. They dropped the Chop and Screw version too, right? You weren't really big on it.
I was never big on Chop.
I used to be heavy on that shit.
I like certain songs.
Me and my partner Guido, that heading to the Kappa or whatever that shit was, but we used to goddamn play that motherfucker front, back, left, and right.
Yeah.
So you got that one. If you had to put it, you got that. Hold on. You got that over Doggy Style? Doggy Style is what I got one.
Yeah. I have Doggy Style at 1 because it was cultural, worldwide impact.
Yeah. And I got Woo at 2.
Yeah, 2. But I had him at 3.
Okay. Because I'm glad you cleared that up. Because I was like, when we do this, I wanted to ask you because I thought you were saying that it wasn't cultural.
You wanted to talk about him.
Yeah, but that sound, because RZA, that sound RZA brought to the game was crazy. Yeah,
so I like I said, every song on this coming out hard was hard to me. That was a classic, bro. Saying first episode on Robbery, Pimps coming out hard. Mr. Big, Ninjas Like Us, Pimps in the House.
It was nice. It was nice.
8 songs of Nothing But Fire. You don't get that like that, bro. And that was their first album. Got with Suave House.
You had Eric Sermon. You had Eric Sermon too, though. That year you had KRS-One. What about KRS-One?
I respect KRS-One. I always respected it and knew he was a dope artist.
And of course, like I said, Salt Pepper, MC Light.
I said, to this day, everybody, well, people who's ever talked to me about music know Phoebe. She's like always the best female rapper of all time. Okay.
She the greatest.
To me.
And
I was watching from an interview she did with Club earlier today too.
Yeah, she about to drop a new album in September.
She don't age. She takes care of her voice. Her voice still the same.
Still sound the same, yeah. I ain't see no clips. I ain't looking no clips and none of that.
It was just a small clip. I didn't see the whole video. It was a clip where she addressing her divorce and her sexuality. You know what I'm saying? She just talking about that real quick.
What she say about her sexuality? I probably need to check that out.
Everybody always thought she was gay, but she was actually married to a dude.
I thought she was.
Well, she said
I ain't gonna lie.
Understand in the industry, you know what I'm saying, anything goes. And she was like she dabbled, but that was never her thing.
Oh, I know she dabbled.
She said she did try it out.
At least she admitted she dabbled.
Yeah, like because when everything is in the industry and anything is up that you can get it, you have anything, you can try anything, and it was done. So she she did try. It just wasn't for her. So she never felt. Basically, she said she never really felt. That's what you want to believe. That's what you want to believe. She was. She knew what she was doing and what she wasn't. But business to herself. And that's why. Now the last of the time. Well, I did have an honorable mention. Not About Nature.
Who that?
Not About Nature. They 1993.
Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, they did.
That was a dope album to me too. They had hip hop coming in. And, one of my favorite joints off that album, which is also on Above the Rim. Well, for people who like music,
she said Wu-Tang, Ghetto Boys, Snoop. Yeah, we got Snoop Pop, Wu-Tang, Ghetto Boys did drop. She got Ghetto Boys.
But that was one of the original Ghetto Boys. That's the one that we came to love. You know what I'm saying?
It was some other West Coast artists.
Yeah, I had on West Coast. I had Too Short. I had Short album on it. He came in
Too Short, and then yeah.
But yeah, it had some good jokes out that year. But let's say Not About and the discussion.
Yeah. No, I mean that was the question, because I thought you had said that you don't think that there was that I thought you said that you didn't think that album did nothing culturally. That's what I thought you said. I was like, I don't know about that one.
Okay,
I don't know about that one.
This is what I say.
But you did mention that you like the album, but it won't one of your favorite. You want your favorite or something like that. Or
no, for me, this is what I say. The reason, and the only reason why this album made is because of the cultural impact, right?
Yeah.
To me personally, I always said but the album dropped in '93. Take the time to listen to the album until well into the 2000s. Heard the album.
A lot of people,
When I actually heard the album, I said it was overrated. But again, I heard the album 10 years after it came out. Now, I did hear the singles. You know what I'm saying? Like, Method, Can It All Be So Simple? Because the song, like, Can It All Be So Simple? And Method Man was my two songs off that album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I felt what he fought for Can It All Be So Simple was the actual video. Right? When I saw that video, I was like, sitting up there with the piano. That's why Ghost is my favorite at first. When I first started getting to him, he's my favorite. Just off that alone.
What about the sample?
The sample spoke to me, bro. It did. I ain't gonna lie. It put me in my feelings. Even to this day, every time I hear that sample, and I just started following Meth, and I was like, Meth was just different.
You said Meth was different? Yeah,
he was different to me. Looked like a star. He was just something about him, that aura, that made me, okay, I like his lyrics. He was always slept on to me.
Sound like, what you think about Raekwon?
He's good, very good. Ghost.
He probably had
Ghost, Meth.
He probably had the hardest single solo album. Purple.
We'll
You
get
don't-
to that when we
you
get to today. I got something to say
Okay.
about that. But I'm gonna do my due diligence and go back. I'm gonna try to go back and re-listen
Do
to it
that.
again before we get to that
Do
year.
that.
He can rap. I've heard cheated on the verse from Med.
Yeah, Ghost one of my favorite Capadonna.
Yeah, you was big on Cap. You like Cap like I like Dick.
I like Inspector Deck too, believe it or not. I think Inspector Deck was underrated.
Definitely.
I
And
agree with
believe
you
it or
on
not,
that.
a lot of people like Dirty. I thought Dirty was kind of terrible, but I did like he was funny. And
Well, a
the
lot
one
of
that
people
everybody
didn't.
thought the weak,
But
the
he was
weakest.
different.
I like the ones everybody thought was the weakest link. I like
Dirty.
You Got It. I like You
You
Got It.
got it.
For some reason, he just
So Master Killer. I think Master Killer was from South Carolina. I used to hear people say that in high school that Master Killer was from South Carolina. I don't know how true that was though. I'm talking about born.
oh,
But I
okay.
could be wrong. But people used to say that shit, man, in Carolina. Say he was from there. It was one of them that he just it had to be. I think it was Master Killer.
Yeah. So for me, the cultural impact of why I thought it was there was because why I put it there. Like I said, because of culture, because they introduced the kung fu stuff that people wasn't really doing, was never doing, right?
Yeah.
No whole new sound to the game altogether. So you can't knock that. You can't knock, they gotta have their relevance. And they can't, as a group, they nowhere near as big as solo.
Well, you know why that happened. Because it was just too many, it was just too many damn personalities.
Definitely. I said because of the impact, so it makes it not say it's overrated, but I do kind of stand on that it's kind of overrated. But
that album,
it's also hearing well over 10 years after it dropped. So had I been in New York or on the East Coast when that album dropped and heard it when it dropped, I know that I feel totally different. I know it.
Oh yeah,
I feel totally. I'm just looking at Texas.
You'll feel different.
Not getting played in Texas.
You'll feel different. You'll feel different if you watch the little series they had.
I watched the series.
Remember I was telling you about it on Hulu? Okay, you watched? You ain't fuck with it? Yeah, the series was dope, man.
Yeah, it was really. I hate that they stopped.
Well, you know how that went. They Hulu ain't want to kick out no more money. Boy, everybody was into that series, and RZA thought they should be getting a little more.
Oh, something with Ghost was like he didn't like. He said he never watched it. He didn't.
I fuck with it.
Cause Ghost said it didn't have nothing to do with him. He said it ain't real, and he didn't have no input on it. He said it didn't tell this. Cause he was like it was a thing that happened between him. Ever. Yeah, nah.
Looking at that, you would think they were.
Trust me, I thought it was for real. But nah, being from Texas, I mean, I'm pretty sure
they dropped.
Listen to it, but yeah, as a whole, no listen to Wu like that. Nobody, hey man, put that Wu in. Same way people like to say, that by Jay-Z is like, man, anybody with Jay-Z, hey man, I guess it's just the circles you can, because people gonna
shit, you know Wu, them and Wu and Tribe Called Quest dropped out. They dropped on the same day. Yeah, they dropped them albums we talking about. The albums we discussing, they dropped on the same day. I think it was November 9th.
Right now, where does it say?
I think the Wu and Tribe Called Quest dropped them albums on the same day. If I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, November 9th. Yep.
I think they did. Yeah.
Yeah. So a hell of a fan base, boy.
Woo, dang. Man, when that shit went crazy. When they dropped that album, their clothing dropped with the W. Like, that shit went crazy. I think they came here to Norfolk. It was it wasn't all of them. I think it was Ray Ghost. I think it was Ray and Ghost. I don't know if Method Man was there, and it could have been Inspector Deck. I think they was in Norfolk. You know what I'm saying?
About another month or so, Jizza and Dick down here, so I ain't gonna be able to go. So the Shadow Box was a dope song too. You know what I'm saying? While we still talking about the songs.
Inspector Deck solo album, he had shit. His solo album was slept on, I think.
Bro, I think most of Wu was slept. If you wasn't, something became to most people the most lyrical one of all of them. So really, if you wasn't Ghost, Ray, or Meth, what nobody, well, Dirty, nobody really checking for the Wu members like that who had their favorites. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you like too.
Yeah.
Just album was nice too.
Jizza album, yeah. Jizza album was yeah.
Just was
Jizza
nice too.
album. Jizza, that was probably one of my favorite albums. Jizza album.
You know, I'm definitely Meth. That's my guy. Definitely go with Meth.
The Liquid Swords.
Meth was the dude. Swords. Jizz was nice, but you know I like Meth. I've always. I don't care what nobody say. I'm gonna die saying this. RZA by far was the wackest one to me. But RZA is trash.
I used to say you God.
That's what most people say. They say you God.
I could tolerate RZA though. RZA used to have some of his most of his verses. Yeah,
never heard.
Nah, that's a lie. So you ain't like him on that what's the single they dropped when they climbing up the building and shit? Punks from the winning soldiers. These cypher punks couldn't hold us. 1,000 men. You ain't like that?
No.
He did alright on that.
Not to me.
RZA got some verses that he did alright on.
I've never heard one. Nah. One.
Okay, just like Silk the Shock.
Silk though.
So hold on. Cause Silk used to rap off beat. He used to rap off beat. So you like Silk, but you don't like RZA.
I do not.
You not like RZA, but you saying RZA never had like a
good verse.
Dope verse.
Not to me.
I mean, all of them won't dope, but he had a couple of them here and there.
Don't get me wrong. I will say this. It could be that, and also could be. I give him the benefit of that to say maybe 90% of the things he was saying was going over my head. I give him that.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that too.
I give him that.
That shit was going on mine.
He was definitely on his 5% stuff.
Yeah.
So
heavy.
That definitely could play why I never got with him or understood.
I think that's why a lot of people didn't.
We didn't know what he was talking about.
We didn't understand it. Yeah, I like it. It was different. I mean, just like when people with Silk the Shocker, it was the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It took something. Shit, people still to this day like, nah, that nigga trash. Silk trash. Silk trash.
This is what I say about Silk. Because I don't say I had as many conversations. I don't really have a conversation about Silk with most people because, like, I remember that whole era. Right, people like to me, I always say sheep. People like to let side what they like and what they don't like. Right, they don't want to. They don't like to stand on that island, bro. People sit here and try to clown Silk now. I remember when Silk was dropped, a lot of people used to jam to Silk. Anybody ever been in my car that listen to Silk? Because I had.
So you was fucking with Silk like that, huh?
Silk was probably beginning. He was my favorite one on No Limit. In the beginning.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. Silk the Shocker.
I ain't say he was the best rapper out of all of them.
Yeah, but he was your favorite one. Over C Murder, over Mystical, over
all of them. He's my favorite.
Cain and Abel.
He's my favorite.
Okay.
But again, too, like I've people who are the underdogs most of the time. I like the underdogs.
Yeah.
Majority of the time. So, and we're around the same. Matter of fact, I think we both. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people used to say the same about Master P too, though. They ain't like a lot of people ain't really care for Master P, his flow, and none of that either.
Yeah, but especially I remember, like my homeboy that was in here, that was coming. We first started the rap. We had this whole thing with my little brothers. Murder, because he was big on C Murder, a huge Silk the Shocker fan. You know
that's why you came into that battle the way you did, like you was a tank dog.
Yeah. Nah, bro. No huge fan.
No Limit of Cash Money.
No Limit. Not even a question.
Not a question. So is it close?
For me, no.
It ain't close?
Not for me. Not even close.
You was heavy on No Limit.
It is what it is, bro. But we done got off music there.
Oh yeah. It's time. Yeah, I'm about to hop off.
Let's go to the stream, bro. And if we want to keep talking, we can chat. But hey, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in to Music is Life 1693.
It was actually decent
on Thursdays now. You know what I'm saying? So for 19, and we're gonna ride 94 is another
94.
big year. 1994.
We did
You know what I'm saying?
92 last week,
93 this week.
93 this
94.
week. And
Yeah,
we're gonna
so
go to 94.
start doing so. You know what I'm saying? My Facebook stream.
Oh yeah.